All right, good evening, everyone. The City of Peabody Zoning Board of Appeals meets tonight in accordance with Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 40A, and other applicable laws. Tonight's hearing will be conducted in the following manner. The Secretary, who is now Mr. Chris Gilbert, will read the legal notice or state that such notice has been waived. All applications this evening will be heard in the order they were received in the City Clerk's office. The petitioner or petitioner's representative will present the subject matter to the board. The chair may limit the length of all remarks. All parties in interest will be given an opportunity to speak either in favor or in opposition. Then the petitioner will be given an opportunity to refute any such remarks. Okay. So this is basically, in all the years I've been doing this, it has never happened that we have 3 months lumped into one. We have a great group. I thought we were going to have more. I like this. What I just read, I will explain easily. So when it is your turn to come up, after the secretary reads the notice, come up to the podium, press the button that it looks like a person is talking, and just leave it. State your name and address for the record, and now you tell us why you're here. Obviously, we have everything in front of us, but we like to hear it from you and your reasons. Now, you're here for dimensional relief. We don't want to know how long you've lived in the city. We don't want to know about your neighbors. We don't want to know that the sun doesn't shine because the oak tree that overlooks the pool, and then they want to put an addition. We want to know why you're here. Then we'll ask you some questions. Then I will say, is there anybody in the audience to speak in favor? Usually, if there are people that speak in favor, you've done what I think is the best thing you can do. Before you come here tonight, go to your neighbors, tell them what you're doing, talk it over with them, make sure they're in agreement. If they're not in agreement, try to figure it out before you come here. Doesn't always happen. If you're a neighbor that's here in favor, all you have to do is come up to the podium and say, my name is whatever, and I think my neighbor is great, and I'm in favor. That's all we want to know. If you're in opposition, once again, we don't want to hear about the barking dog. We don't want to hear about the music blasting till 3 a.m. We want to know what exactly that your neighbor is doing that you're in opposition for. And then, if your neighbor wants to, or the attorney or the builder, you can come back up to the podium and say, well, they're not correct because X, Y, and Z. And then we might ask you more questions. And then we vote. Now, once again, not everybody is going to get approved, nor should they get approved, because if everybody got approved, you wouldn't need a zoning board. And when and this is the truth, this isn't just my opinion. I'm in contact with a lot of other zoning board chair people or board members, and there are many cities and towns that they don't even have to meet because they deny everything. There's a town that a friend of mine doesn't even have to show up to be on the board because they don't let anything go through. If you have to come to a zoning board for a variance, they don't want to know about it. We're very, very fair. But at the end of the day, we have to abide by the rules and the ordinances and the regulations. And if you're asking for the sun, the moon, and the stars, you're asking for too much. Okay, I mean, that's great, you asked, and we understand that you own the property. You just can't do whatever you want on that property as far as being in non-compliance of the zoning laws. So that being said, just know that not everything can get approved. But we work with you as much as we can. We then vote. The decision is then typed and filed with the city clerk. Once the decision is filed with the city clerk, there's a 20-day appeal period. You can't do anything. You have to wait 20 days. In compliance with the open meeting law, this hearing is also being recorded stenographically by our clerk. Please speak directly into the microphone. Only speak when you're at the podium. I've said this before, and I haven't had to deal with this in a long time. If, in fact, there's some opposition and a neighbor comes up and you don't like what they say, please don't shout from your chair. You'll have a chance to get up and speak again. I'm not one to tell anybody, do not answer your phone. You don't know, you might have a really important phone call coming in. What I ask is just you put it on silent. If you have to answer it, just go out in the hall. That's all. At that point in time, we are now ready to do number 1, which is Stephen Chambers, 1 Clinton Road.
Notice is hereby given that the Board of Appeals of the City of Peabody will hold a public hearing November 17, 2025 at 7 p.m. at the Wigan Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass. 01960, on the application of Stephen Chambers, care of William Bruinsma. I apologize, William, for a variance from the provision of the zoning ordinance 2020 as amended, Section 7.2, as it applies to the premise known as 1 Clinton Road, Peabody, Mass., map 004-123. Petitioner seeks a variance proposed garage and requires relief from the garage size of 1,440 square feet proposed rather than the 500 square feet required. The property is located in an R1 zoning district. The application and the plan is available to the public and can be viewed by contacting the zoning board clerk at 978-538-5792 in advance and prior to the public hearing. The agenda for this meeting will be posted on the City of Peabody website.
Okay, are you here?
Thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Craig Hartwell. I'm an attorney here with Mr. Steve Chambers, the owner of 1 Clinton Road. Today, we are seeking your approval to build a detached garage on his property that is greater than the 500 square feet that is currently allowed by the bylaws. The reason why we're here is because the shed that Mr. Chambers would like to build is proposed at 30 by 30 feet, which would be 900 square feet, which, just to point out, is less than what was originally proposed in the application, which was the 1,440 square feet. We've since spoken with the neighbors and made some changes, so we've moved the proposed footprint further away from the side and rear setbacks. It was 10 feet from the rear setback. It's now 20 feet. It was originally 10 feet from the side setback, and it is now 16 feet from that side as well. The reason why we are seeking the variance today is due to the hardship that is created by the topography of the property. Madam Chair, if I may, I have prepared some pictures that might be helpful for the board, if I could present them to the board for your education. The pictures are particularly helpful to show the topography. As you can see, there's 3 pictures that I've included. One from the front, one from the corner, and then one from the side over on 1 Buford Road. That way you can see that the original plan would have been to build the garage off the house, but what ends up happening is you basically got the driveway going right up into the building envelope where we would have to build the house. So we're requesting to build a detached garage, similar in size to the one you see in the picture on 1 Buford Road, that has also a 30 by 30 garage. However, theirs is attached due to the flat lot that they have. Yes, ma'am.
The first question I have is, so you just passed in this new plot plan today?
It was submitted, I believe, earlier today or last week.
Received today, right, Grace? So was this a late idea to?
We've been working with the neighbors. We originally applied back in the fall, so we've been working with the neighbors since then. So this is the latest iteration based on the feedback we've gotten from the 2 most vocal neighbors to the rear and to the side there.
Okay, the only comment I have is, so we know that 500 feet are required. We really have not approved anything above 750, 780. So this is still a little large.
Through the chair. So you gave us these pictures. Which house is it? Is it the front house or the house way in the back?
The house in the back, sir.
So
Picture
why didn't you take pictures of that area instead of showing us the other neighbor's house?
Flip the page, sir. So that's the front of the house that we're proposing.
This is the front of the house with
Correct.
this wall? Is the wall your wall?
Yes, sir. It's along the property there.
Okay. But where is the garage supposedly going to go? Where the cars are sitting?
Correct, sir.
Your plan doesn't show a driveway.
I apologize. We can update the plans for you, sir.
Sir, did you see the pictures that were submitted by the neighbors in the packet that we received?
I did not, sir, actually.
We received several pictures of the applicant's backyard, which shows water heaters, all kinds of debris and garbage and stuff. Any idea what that stuff is?
I believe it's all been cleaned up, sir.
And what type of business does this homeowner run?
A plumbing business.
Plumbing. And we're looking to build a 30 by 30 garage for what purpose?
Personal purposes.
Personal purposes.
He doesn't have a garage there right now. It's New England winters. He'd like to be able to put his cars inside during the winter time to protect them. Makes it easier to get out in the morning without having to take the snow off.
Chris, if you don't mind. So the cars will go in, but all these water heaters and all
Are
this
not
other
there
junk-
anymore.
Well, it would have been nice if we had seen that all cleaned up. Any other questions?
Again, through the chair, on the application, in review of the hardship that was listed, and I will read it, because of the slope of the driveway, my work in private vehicles must be stored indoors to prevent damage and maintain safety for daily use. I'm confused now. Is the garage for work vehicles and private vehicles, or just private vehicles that you just mentioned?
Well, he's self-employed, sir, so he does have a work vehicle that's separate from his personal vehicle that will be kept in the garage as well.
And again, to the chair's earlier point, much too large, much too large. I'm not going to vote in favor of this.
Anybody else? Anybody in the audience to speak in favor? In opposition? Okay, come on up, please, sir. Name and address for the record, and just tell us what is bothering you. It's already, go
Okay,
ahead.
great. Yes, my name's Kevin Connors. I live in 1 Buford Road. I guess he supplied a picture there. My garage that he shows didn't need a variance. I followed the rules of the board. But all I've seen is a 1,440 square foot proposal. I haven't seen anything smaller, but I mean, that was almost 3 times the size. And, so this is a new proposal?
This is supposedly the new one.
Okay, can I keep this?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, still at 900, I'm not opposed to something a little bigger, but I mean, as you say the stars, the moon, and the sun there. I mean,
Question
Sun, the
two,
moon, and the stars.
yeah, yeah, and it's supposedly like 30 feet high as well, and so, but it sounds like you're already against it, so, okay, all right. So,
Thank you. And here is a case in point.
sir, before you leave, through the chair,
yes,
before tonight, have you heard anything about the reduction of this garage?
yes,
How did you hear
the
that?
newspaper, we saw it in the newspaper.
In the newspaper? No one approached you, no conversations with the applicant?
Steve has met, and he's a great neighbor, but he's met with Ed, and I've heard through Ed, and I heard there might be some changes, but I haven't seen anything. I heard it was going to be 1,000 or 1,100 square feet, the new proposal, but now this is the first I've heard of a 900 square foot proposal.
And Chris, that's exactly what I was going to say. Here's a case in point where, thank you, sir. So things might have, I don't know how it's going to go, but you really need, anybody out there listening, please talk to your neighbors before, because first of all, it's common courtesy. And second of all, if it's iffy and you're asking for the sun, the moon, and the stars, you don't need your neighbor to say, hey, wow, I knew nothing about this. And they're your neighbor. So just please try to be considerate of that, and whatever you're doing, speak to your neighbor. Anybody else to speak in opposition? Hearing none, the matter is before the board.
One more comment through the chair.
Oh,
My name is Ed Doran. I'm in a butter at 4 Hamilton Road. And I don't begrudge Steve making a living with this HVAC business, all the power to him. But it's a residential area. And I think what he proposed, the 1,440 square feet, he wanted to put a Jeep and his Chambers HVAC truck in there. You Google search and you can put 6 cars in there and still have a work area. I don't understand that. The only conclusion I can make is that he's going to move his HVAC business into that structure. So I'm opposed. Yeah. Thank you.
Another comment through the chair. Just for the public's knowledge, we're in receipt of upwards of 10, possibly 12 or 13 letters of opposition.
anybody else in the audience in opposition? Hearing none now, the matter is before the board.
Motion to close public hearing.
Roll call vote. Jamie.
No.
Jamie?
No.
Okay, all right, Chris?
No.
All right, Julie? Okay, now we have Mr. Bakula?
No.
Fran?
No, I'm sorry, this is denied. Number 2 is 6 Pondview Road.
Notice is hereby given that the Board of Appeals of the City of Peabody will hold a public hearing on January 26, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Wigan Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass. 01960 on the application of Paul Isaac, 6 Pondview Road, Peabody, Mass. 01960 for a variance for the provisions of the zoning ordinance 2020 as amended, section 7.2, as it applies to the premises known as 6 Pondview Road, Peabody, Mass., map lot 033-097. Petitioner seeks a variance to allow for a 4-season enclosed deck that requires relief from the right side yard of 9.7 plus or minus feet rather than 20 feet required. The property is located in our R1 zoning district. The application and plans are available to the public and can be viewed by contacting the zoning board clerk at 978-538-5792 in advance and prior to the public hearing. The agenda for this meeting will be posted on the City of Peabody website.
Good evening. My name is Junior. I'm here on behalf of Paul Isaac. He liked to build the deck, the enclosed deck 12.
Excuse me, are you the builder?
His friend.
His friend?
Yeah, and also did work for him too. Yeah, because before he's left, he called someone in the city hall, and
I
they
have
told
it
him
here.
that.
This is, I mean, you know, Yes, I
Yes,
mean, he was
yes.
supposed to be heard January 26th.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it
All
is,
right.
yes.
Yeah, so he would like to build the enclosed deck 12 by 16, and here's the picture of the side that he like to build it.
Could you explain these pictures?
This one, it's on the corner of the house. It's like the
This is the
circle.
house?
This is the one side of the
Is this
house.
the
yeah.
neighbors?
This is the neighbors.
Is
Yes.
this the property line?
There's the proper line there. Yeah, it's about like 3 feet because we still have the sidewalk over there too.
Or is the property line back here?
Yes,
where
come
the
onto the
fence is?
fence to the bushes.
So the bushes are in his yard? and
Yeah.
So the edge of the bushes?
Correct.
So the property line goes here?
Yeah.
That's the neighbor. It's actually going on this. It's gonna be pretty close. Through the chair? So I see a picture. It looks like it's a lot closer to the property line than what you're showing on your plan.
It's about like 8 feet on the proper line.
It's 9.7 on it.
Yeah, on your, well, but
I can't even see this.
this is a big house.
Does it say 8 point?
Oh, it says
People on the
9.
board, does it say 8.7 on the plot plan, but 9.7 on our application? Does it say 9 point? For future reference, we need something larger than this. We, you know.
Is this a single-family home?
Yes.
Well, this is a neighbor right here.
Question through the chair. In your application, in your hardship, your last sentence says, "The other side of the house has plumbing lines and gas lines, which would make it impossible." How do you know those lines are over there? I just don't see them on the plan.
He checked with the National Grid before, so before they did the garage as well. So everything run to the left side of the house, close to the neighbor.
There's a lot of discrepancies here. Take a look, Chris, Peter, take a look at this.
I'm sorry, was there an addition put on the house already?
Before they bought the house, they have the garage there, yes, on the left side.
On the left side, that's a
Yeah.
big garage.
Yeah, it's a two-car garage.
Do they have a permit for that?
They do, yes, they did with the permit.
It's not showing on the city plan. It is? Okay.
Permit was April 24th, 2019. On the garage, Grace.
Anybody in the audience to speak in favor? In opposition?
It's a three-season porch? It's not an
Four-season
addition to the house?
No, it's a four-season.
A four-season porch, so it is a room that's
It's gonna be like a
heated.
room, yes.
Yeah.
Because I think they don't have much space in the kitchen. If you, I think I have one of the picture here. Or we also have there, it's small.
So they're gonna make it part of the kitchen?
Yes, try to put a fridge, stuff like that, you know.
So it's just gonna be an extension of the kitchen, really?
Yes, to give more room in the kitchen, yep.
Four-season enclosed deck. So it says a four-season enclosed deck. That's not part of a kitchen. That's just a four-season enclosed deck.
Okay, just give more room in the kitchen because the kitchen's a little tight. I think the other picture there, you can, this one there, yeah.
Well, yeah, the kitchen is tight, but
So they're gonna expand out into this porch, it's not a porch.
We're not gonna move the door or anything. The door is gonna be still there.
are we looking at a four-season enclosed deck, or are we looking at an addition which will be a kitchen? Such that it's not written correctly in the application. So here's a question for you, sir. Is it a four-season enclosed deck where it's just a room that you can go out and put a few chairs and a table?
Correct.
Or is it going to be a kitchen?
There's gonna be the Four Seasons. The Four Seasons is not gonna
Oh,
be
Mamma
kitchen
Mia,
there.
now you're changing your tune.
The kitchen there, it's small, so they wanna more, put a table so they can sit out,
Okay.
out.
Right now, I'm not concerned, I don't know what it's going to be, and so I think that this should have been written a little more concisely and a little more truthfully, because this is extremely confusing. A four-season enclosed deck is not an extension of a kitchen. An extension of a kitchen is extension of a kitchen. So we have to approve or not approve a four-season enclosed deck. That means not a kitchen. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not splitting hairs here. I'm just going by what is in front of me.
Yep.
Question to the chair.
Can I say?
A question. Have you spoken to any of the neighbors?
Yeah, he spoke with the neighbor.
Either the property owner comes before us next month, or everybody gets on the same page, because there's discrepancies in a lot of things here, and I'm not sure that I'm comfortable moving forward with any sort of a vote with maybe a kitchen, maybe not.
No, it's not the area of the kitchen. The only thing he want to extend, they have the porch so they can have a table so they can sit out. So it's
There you go.
basically-
So
yeah.
they can have a table, because I said a table, but before it was a kitchen. All I'm saying is that I'm not going to vote for this because there's too many discrepancies, and it has to be exactly what you're asking for, and it sounds to me like it's not. So my suggestion is you get it right and come back next month, or we can vote right now.
I understand the concern that the chair has, but is that more appropriate a concern for our building inspector? I agree with you that a four-season enclosed deck does not appear as what this project's intended to be. It's going to turn into living space, kitchen expansion. But that's his decision.
Okay, you have two decisions. We can vote tonight, or you can ask for a continuance and get all this straightened out and come back April 13th. It's your decision.
Just vote tonight. Vote. Yep.
So we have nobody in the audience to speak in favor or in opposition? We're all set?
Motion to close the public hearing?
Roll call vote.
Jamie?
No.
Chris? No. Mr. Bakula?
No.
Ms. Peabody? Ms. Gallucci?
No, I'm sorry, you've been denied. Number 3 is 4 Sunnybrook Lane.
You need to hear this. Chris.
You don't have 3,
Yeah.
okay.
Notice is hereby given that the Board of Appeals of the City of Peabody will hold a public hearing on January 26, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Wigan Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass. 01960 on the application of Kristen Zarella, care of Joseph Zarella, 4 Sunnybrook Lane, Peabody, Mass. 01960, for a variance from the provisions of the zoning ordinance 2020 as amended, section 7.2, as it applies to the premise known as 4 Sunnybrook Lane, Peabody, Mass. Map lot 100-080. Petitioner seeks a variance to allow proposed garage and proposed mudroom and requires relief from the front yard of 22.4 plus or minus feet rather than 25 feet required, left side yard of 9.7 plus or minus feet rather than 20 feet required, and lot coverage of 28.8% rather than 25% required. The property is located in R1 zoning district. The application and the plan are available to the public and can be viewed by contacting the zoning board clerk at 978-538-5792 in advance and prior to the public hearing. The agenda for this meeting will be posted on the City of Peabody website.
Hi, my name is Kristen Zarella. I'm the homeowner of 4 Sunnybrook Lane in Peabody. I give my father, Joseph Zarella, permission to speak on my behalf tonight with me.
Good evening. My name is Joseph Zarella. I live at 14 Hathaway Ave in Peabody, and I'm here representing my daughter. We're looking to, the proposal is for a 2-car garage addition attached at the facility, at the present home. And we're looking for, as stated, relief from the side, left side, and the front. We do have a hardship where it is a corner lot, the shape of the lot, and also on one of the sides there's a fire hydrant, so it poses a safety concern as well, so unable to do anything over there. So if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer for you.
Thank you. Questions, concerns? Peter, want to shut your thing off?
I just want to thank you for having a nice, clear plan and a couple pictures of what it looks like. Thank you.
You want them? He has them?
Anybody in the audience to speak in favor? In opposition?
I have some documents that I would like to put on the record. I have a letter from one of my neighbors in favor, and I also have some signatures from some of my other neighbors.
you can give them to Grace right now, and we appreciate that. We have support of this application from 3 Sunnybrook, 5 Brentwood, 2 Sunnybrook, 7 Ravenwood, and yes, we have this one, Brentwood and Ravenwood, Mr. Bianco. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 in favor. Thank you very much. And I think we had nobody in the audience in favor or in opposition. Hearing none, the matter is before the board.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Roll call vote.
Jamie?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Okay, Peter?
Yes.
Julie? Yes. Fran?
Yes, you've been approved. Thank you. Number 4 is 54 Lynn Street.
Notice is hereby given that the Board of Appeals of the City of Peabody will hold a public hearing on January 26, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Wigan Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass. 01960, on the application of Alexandre Dos Santos, 54 Lynn Street, Peabody, Mass. 01960, for a variance for the provisions of the zoning ordinance 2020 as amended, Section 7.2, as it applies to the premises known as 54 Lynn Street, Peabody, Mass., map lot 102-294. Petitioner seeks a variance to allow for a proposed addition and requires relief from the left side yard of 3.8 plus or minus feet rather than 15 feet required, and lot coverage of 40.4% rather than 30% allowed. The property is located in an R1A zoning district. The application and plans are available to the public and can be viewed by contacting the zoning board clerk at 978-538-5792 in advance and prior to the public hearing. The agenda for this meeting will be posted on the City of Peabody website.
Hi, my name is Alex Dos Santos. This is my wife, Christine Dos Santos. We live in 54 Lynn Street, and we would like to build an addition on the back of my house that's 16 by 22 wide, because we have a small kitchen, and we would like to do a master bedroom upstairs. Master bedroom. I got some elevations here if you want to see them. Thank you.
Through the chair? Yep. So the addition is just going to be in line with the house? You're just going to carry the same line of the house? It's just the property line next to you is at an angle?
Correct.
So that's why?
Yep.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. If I may speak also, we do have right now a small addition, 1 floor that's 10 feet, but it's made with lolly columns, and we have a rat problem. So we've taken that down, and
It's part of that addition.
It's part of that addition.
So we're going to do a full
Foundation.
because we have rats coming in the house.
Oh, that's lovely. Comments,
Not at all.
questions by the board?
It's a pain to get rid of.
Just a comment through the chair to the applicants. I appreciate your work. It's clear, it's understandable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody in the audience to speak in favor or opposition? Hearing none, the matter is before the board.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Roll call vote.
Okay. Jamie?
Yes.
Chris? Peter? Julie? Fran?
Yes, you've been approved.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so number 5 is a remand for 12 Rita Road. And Attorney Kelty, are you doing anything with this? Are you going to speak on this at all?
I have this matter.
You have this matter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Going to read the ad?
Read what?
No, just that the matter is before the board on remand. You've already done that.
Right.
Okay. This is a matter that had been before you last year. At the hearing, I was representing the owners of Thomas and Janet O'Connor, the owners of property at 12 Rita Road. There was no opposition. We presented a plan prepared by David Terenzoni. The plan showed an addition to the right side of the premises, and this board actually denied that application. We did bring the matter to court. I did a poor job that evening when the question of hardship, why are we putting the addition on the which facing the property on the left-hand side or the northerly side. I had suggested that there was matters concerning the build-out, the interior of the premises, this addition, which is a two-car garage with the master bedroom over. I did not have the information that the sewer is actually exits the premises on the other side of the property. There is more land over there, but our sewer and other utilities are located on the left-hand side, and that's why we are adding this addition to the right-hand side. I think that is important information that, frankly, I didn't provide the board. I think it may have swayed the board to understand that there was something of a hardship running with the land, and that based upon that and to some minor extent topography, that land does flow downward, so I'm asking the board to reconsider on remand, possibly granting the original variance on the basis that we do not, we're limited with respect to reversing the addition to the other side of the premises due to the presence of our sewer line and other utilities.
Okay, so for the board, a yes vote is a vote to affirm the prior decision denying the relief. So a yes vote means we're sticking to our original decision. A vote to affirm the prior decision denying the relief. That would be a yes vote. Obviously, you know what a no vote would be. So at this point in time, we're having a roll call vote on the remand.
Jamie?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Peter?
Yes.
Julie? Yes. Fran?
Yes, the original decision is upheld. Number 6 is being continued till April 13th. We are now on to number 7, which is 41 Beacon Boulevard.
Okay.
Notice is hereby given that the Board of Appeals of the City of Peabody will hold a public hearing February 23rd, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Wigan Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass. 01960 on the application of Charles J. DiPieri for the variance from the provisions of the zoning ordinance 2020 as amended, Section 7.2, as it applies to premises known as 41 Beacon Boulevard, Peabody, Mass. Map Lot 108-192X. Petitioner seeks a variance to allow a two-car garage and requires relief from the front yard setback of 15.8 plus or minus feet rather than the 20 feet required. The property is located in an R1A zoning district. The application and plan is available to the public and can be viewed by contacting the zoning board clerk at 978-538-5792 in advance and prior to the public hearing. The agenda for this meeting will be posted on the City of Peabody website.
Good evening. So my name is Charles DePerry, 41 Beacon Boulevard, Peabody. Yep. Charles DePerry, 41 Beacon Boulevard, Peabody, Mass. I'm I'm requesting a relief for the frontage of the garage. I have more if you need them. We've exhausted the rest of the yard, so the property is built on and around wetlands. This is the only part of my property that is not on wetlands. And I also have, from the wetland scientist, showing from the original application we filed, the only available space is to the right of the house.
Okay, so it's a two-car garage,
Yes,
and it's attached,
correct, with a small breezeway.
a small breezeway. And what are you going to do with this, what are you going to do with the second story?
The second story is going to be an open room, so I can put foosball, gaming, small stuff like that for the kids to
No
use.
kitchen, no bathroom.
No kitchen, no bathroom.
That needs to be conditioned on whoever makes this motion. No kitchen, no bathroom.
Sure.
So there's already a 1.5-story garage in existence. What's going to happen with that area?
I'm sorry.
You already have a 1.5-story garage.
We do have one.
What's going to happen with that area?
That's going to stay the same. So I have two older cars that are being weathered, so we're looking to put those in there. I have like a 64 Mustang and an older Camaro. So they're just going to house vehicles for personal use, that's it, and maybe snow blowers. So we have a large family. So we have 5 children, my wife, myself, and my father-in-law. So we have a pretty big family.
Everybody drives?
Everybody drives.
Good luck with that, sir. Anybody in the audience? Oh, anybody? Yes. I didn't mean to say it, my board, but it is my board.
So a small part of that breezeway is on wetlands, and I've already worked with Lucia. I got a 7-0 vote. It was unanimous. I've already done work with the Conservation Department before for a pool. Great group of people, and I have all the paperwork here from that. Lucia was going to send me something saying that it was a unanimous vote. I didn't get it yet, though. That was last week's meeting.
Question through the chair. What's the dimensions of the current garage?
So actually, it's a copy and paste. It's the same exact dimensions of the one that's proposed. Same exact size. Because once you get 2 cars in the one that's existing, it's kind of tight. So to answer your question, right now it's a cookie cutter is 29 by 36, which I believe shows in the plan.
So we have a 2,900 square foot primary residence.
Yep.
We have a 1,300 square foot garage.
Correct.
1.5 story.
Yep.
And now we want another 1.5 story, 1,300 square foot garage.
Correct. And still working with the building department. If it's 1 or 2 doors, that would be allowed if the zoning board approves. That's still in their court with Mark Menard. I did also send a letter of intent to 38 abutters. That was delivered as well as DEP. Bless you. So we sit on 6 lots currently, the property.
Just a comment for the chair in the record. I don't understand why there wasn't a question on lot coverage from the building department.
I was looking for the
We had
same
a
thing.
Previous project tonight, who had an issue with it. We have a 42,000 square foot lot here. We've already have 3,000 main house, 1,300 in a current existing garage, and we're looking to put another garage for another 1,300 square feet. But it's not in front of me right now, so just for the record, it's concerning.
So I believe when Mark ran the calculations, he said that it was well below the allowable. And I believe on the bottom of the drawing, it has some specs on there as well from the
So-
engineers, the architects.
So Chris, do you believe that, because I was questioning the same thing, that the building commissioner decided this was not an issue?
Great question.
It is as it stands.
Yeah, I'm just,
It is
I would
as,
suspect, I would guess that it would be a concern, but it wasn't with the building department.
Right.
All we have in front of us
is what
front
is-
setback.
Right.
I just want the
That's
record
it.
to reflect that I'm concerned with the lot coverage.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. In the audience, anybody to speak in favor? In opposition? Okay, we can only vote what was given to us.
Motion to close the public hearing?
Whoever is going to make a motion to approve, please make sure you condition it, no bathroom, no kitchen on the second floor.
So moved.
Roll call vote. No kitchen and no bathroom on the second floor.
On the second floor?
The first floor is going to be for all cars.
Cars, yeah.
Okay, I should do this right. Mr. O'Brien?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Gilbert?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Bakula?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Peabody? And Ms. Galuggi?
Yes, you've been approved.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
With the
You're welcome.
condition, thank you.
Have a great night.
Thank you. Number 8 is
Thank you, dear. Thank you, Charles.
10 Carlton Street.
Notice is hereby given that the Board of Appeals of the City of Peabody will hold a public hearing on February 23rd, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Wigan Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass. 01960 on the application of Justin Skerry, care of Joseph Thomas, for a variance from the provision of the zoning ordinance of 2020 as amended, Section 7.2, as it applies to the premise known as 10 Carlton Street, Peabody, Mass., map lot 109-118. Petitioner seeks a variance to construct a fala in the footprint of an existing detached garage and requires relief from a proposed rear yard of 6.7 plus or minus feet rather than 35 feet required, and a left side yard of 5.3 plus or minus feet rather than 15 feet required. The property is located in an R1A zoning district. The application and planner is available to the public and can be viewed by contacting the zoning board clerk at 978-538-5792 in advance and prior to the public hearing. The agenda for this meeting will be posted to the City of Peabody website.
So you have bigger plans, I hope? Bigger plot plans?
Yes, I have plans, all of you.
The first thing I have to say is, 6.7 is what you're asking, rather than 35 feet, which is required. You know what I'm going to say. That's like the sun, the moon, and the stars. That's a lot of relief that you're asking on the rear yard. A lot of relief. So let's see.
Through the chair. Is this going to be a second house on your property?
It's going to be proposed to file a ADU for my mother-in-law, who's
So it's going to be, it's not going to be a garage at all anymore. It was one big garage. Basically, it's getting into a two-bay garage with an upper level, so it's going to be a separate house on the property.
The living space will be on the first floor. There'll be an 89-year-old woman living there, so she won't be able to do the stairs. So the second floor will be for the utility room and storage.
Question through the chair to our clerk. I know the answer, but I have to ask it. No variance on the current garage? Not showing? Question to the applicant was, did you build that garage, or was it there when you purchased the property?
It was there when I purchased the property in 2009.
What year did you purchase?
2009, December 17th.
So it's my understanding that when you add on and you're asking for a variance and there is something on the property that needs a variance, that you have to fix everything. Right, Grace?
No existing kitchen or bathroom. It's asking.
Separate house, yeah. I get it.
Question to the chair for the applicant. Your application lists this as a FALA. Was there any consideration for an ADU?
Originally, I had planned on it being an ADU, and the FALA got mentioned, so we were, I guess it was either one or the other. I don't really know. the distinction between the two in terms of what would be most beneficial in this scenario.
Well, the major distinction is a father is for a family member.
This is for a family member.
It always has to be for a family member.
Will always be for a family member.
Okay. And an
I don't want to make money off this. I just want to provide housing for my 89-year-old mother-in-law.
Thank you.
My father-in-law passed away 4 months ago, and she's struggling.
Anybody in the audience to speak in favor? In opposition? Matters before the board.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Roll call vote.
Okay, all right. Mr. O'Brien,
No.
Mr. Gilbert,
Yes.
Mr. Bakula,
No.
Ms. Peabody, Ms. Galuggi.
No, I'm sorry, you did not pass.
Okay.
Number 9 is Attorney Kelty.
Okay.
Notice is hereby given that the Board of Appeals of the City of Peabody will hold a public hearing February 23rd, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Wigan Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass. 01960 on the application of William J. DeAndrio and Robert P. DeAndrio, trustees, care of John R. Kelty, Esquire, for variance from the provision of the zoning ordinance 2020 as amended, sections 10.4, landscaping, as it applies to the premise known as 103 Foster Street, Peabody, Mass., map lot 095-001A. Petitioner seeks a variance to allow no landscape buffer along brook and requires relief from section 10.4, general regulations for landscaping. The property is located in a GB zoning district. The application or plan is available to the public and can be viewed by contacting the zoning board clerk at 978-538-5792 in advance and prior to the public hearing. The agenda for this meeting will be posted on the City of Peabody website.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. My name is John Kelty. I'm an attorney. I have offices at 40 Lowell Street here in Peabody. I represent William J. and Robert P. D'Andrio. They are trustees of Realty Trust that is the current owner of this property at 103 Foster Street. The proposed use of the property is contractors' bays, which are allowed without any storage of vehicles outdoors. So we are a by right use. We have been to the Historic Commission. We have been to the Planning Board for site plan review. We've been to the Historic Commission in order to seek permission to demolish the existing structures. It appears that this property is mentioned on our historic properties as being a place where there were manufacture of cleats used in the maritime industry. That use was the original use of the premises, and then it went to Borden Glue, Borden Chemical down there. Was there originally some 100 years ago. We're seeking a variance that would allow us to provide zero landscaping along the brook. Our border between ourselves and the adjacent property, which is condominium and therefore residential use, the zoning ordinance says where side or rear yards abut, in this instance, we abut on the side, abut land zoned for residential use, which is the case, we have condominiums, a landscape buffer shall be required. It shall be vegetated edge of at least 3 feet in depth and 6 feet in height at installation, and contain a mix of evergreen and deciduous trees and shrubs such that the buffer shall be site impervious even during winter. A fence may be used in addition to the landscaping. We've presented our plans without landscaping and without the fence. Part of the reason for that, or the principal reason for that, is this land, because of its former uses, is contaminated. It is the subject of an AUL, an activity use limitation. That use limitation provides for a capping. We are capped at the current time. We will build on the same footprint that the original building was located in, and we are mindful of the requirements of the AUL, which essentially say that we are to not dig up, unearth any of the materials that are now capped, and we contend that that's our hardship that runs with the land, quite literally. And we've been through the various boards that I've already mentioned, the Concom, and they have approved us without a landscape buffer. The Historic Commission did not require, in order to allow us to demolish, they did not require compliance with the landscape buffer. And I note that in the denial letter, the building commissioner has provided you with a copy of that section of the zoning ordinance, which I've provided you in my application with just some of the language. But we're here seeking a variance to allow no landscape along the brook. We will have grass, but we will not be digging down. We're hopeful of not be digging down to provide a planting mechanism. With that, I'm happy to answer questions that you may have.
So, Attorney Kelty, is there any way that instead of planting trees, you could plant low shrubs? Small?
We could plant shrubs, but anything we plant there is kind of a violation of the AUL. The AUL says essentially you've capped it, now don't dig in it, don't unearth any of the materials that are beneath this cap. The area that we're going to be principally working in is the area where the current buildings are located. They will come down, we will replace them in the same, just about the same footprint.
To the chair, I might clarify your thinking. Through the chair to the Attorney Kelty, would the applicant be amenable to plant trees elsewhere in the city? As an example, not more than 50 feet from this property, a plow just took down one of those little trees out front there. I think
our order of conditions actually already provides for us to do all of the planting adjacent to Brody's. Our order of condition essentially said that which we would ordinarily look for as mitigation. Since we are so tight and since we have this AUL, the Conservation Commission asked us to do the plantings that are needed next to the George Peabody Park. So we're already planting elsewhere as part of our order of conditions. And your question was to put trees where?
How about the one that got knocked over by the plow almost in front of your property? Can we get that one too? Can we get you to take care of the tree that was knocked down 2 doors up from your property?
Is it a street tree? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. How are you going to do that? Yeah, sure.
I don't know how you want to handle it. I mean, I'll agree to,
There was something, so there was something you said, oh, conservation. So tell me again what conservation exactly said to you?
Conservation has us, rather than digging up any more of our site, they have us actually providing plantings as mitigation for our construction adjacent in the floodplain. We're providing all of the plantings and all of the, some of which are decorative and other planting is needed in order to stabilize that bank. So this spring, we're doing all the planting. We've been given a list of plants that was approved by the Conservation Commission, and we're going to be down here this spring.
Did they give you a number?
Huh?
Like, did they give you a number, like eight?
A budget, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. They gave us a plan, and it's, there are low ground cover coupled with some shrubs, and there's an assortment of landscape requirements.
Where is it on this plan, Jack? Where are you talking on this plan? This back section?
No. The brook is...
The brook is here.
No, the brook is here.
Okay. It doesn't even show on your plan. Okay.
Plantings downtown don't show on that plan, no. They're several blocks away.
So I do understand, I'm not big at all on deleting landscaping, but I guess I understand where you're coming from.
So if there's no landscape buffer between your property and the brook, what's that going to look like when there's flooding from the brook? Right? Because I know if you have landscaping, grass or trees or shrubs or whatever, that absorbs some of that runoff. Yeah.
No, my order of conditions dictates that I can't put snow in the brook.
It's too bad and that was from conservation? Yeah. It's too bad we don't have that. Well,
If you'd like to postpone this vote and get the order of conditions, I can do that.
I don't know if that's necessary to delay the vote. It's on the record. It's not Attorney Kelty's first game here, so I trust him at that. You know, Lucia and her folks do a phenomenal job in Concom. If the conditions that she set forth and she's amenable to that, I'm okay with that.
all right, sounds good. Anybody in the audience to speak in favor? In opposition? It is now before the board.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Roll call vote.
Yes, the condition is that, yes, condition is that they will replace the damaged tree. I apologize, I don't have the exact address. It's in front of Brothers strip
In
mall.
that strip there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
In front, on Foster Street.
Yes.
Must be on Foster Street. Is it down by Brothers?
It's right on Foster Street, yep. One
So
of
it's
the
next-
sidewalk plantings. Yep. Yep.
There must be a grate there or something where it was.
So moved.
Okay, roll call vote.
Jamie?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Julie? Peter? Fran?
Yes, you have been approved.
Thank you.
Number 10.
Thank you very
is-
much.
You're welcome. 21 Sutton Street.
All right. You're all set, Jack? Thank you.
Through the chair, can we take a 2-minute recess?
We will take a 2-minute recess.
on March 16, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Wigan Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass. 01960, on the application of Ruben D. and Maria Del Orb, 21 Sutton Street, Peabody, Mass. 01960, for a variance from the provisions of the zoning ordinance 2020 as amended, Section 7.2, as it applies to their premises at 21 Sutton Street, Peabody, Mass. Map lot 104077. Petitioner seeks a variance to allow a proposed two-story addition and proposed deck and requires relief from the right side yard of 1.7 feet plus or minus rather than 10 feet required. The property is located in R2 zoning district.
Mic check. Oh, good. Good evening, members of the board. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. My name is Darwin Fortuna, and my business address is 50 Grove Street in Salem, Massachusetts. I'm an architect, and I'm representing the owners of this property. Pretty straightforward case. We are asking for relief for a protected use accessory dwelling unit that could be allowed to be up to 900 square foot or 50% of the area of the main dwelling, whichever is less. In this case, we're actually just going just over 500 square foot by going above the garage. The hardship is pretty straightforward. This is the most bizarre lot in that area. It actually has two streets right adjacent to it, and it has this interesting tail that makes it almost impossible to use the space at the back. We're essentially just aligning to the garage and using the garage footprint and extending above it, and we're overhanging, so we're not necessarily encapsulating the entire space. The lot has more than sufficient front setback, frontage, rear setback, left-hand side setback. It's only aligning that position of the existing non-conforming garage that we're asking. We have 4 letters of support from some of the neighbors that we managed to connect with. It was difficult throughout the weather conditions over the last couple of weeks before. But yeah, simple, straightforward request. Nice and cute little space, 1 bedroom, no overcrowding. The lot is more than enough. The size of the lot is more than sufficient. And the coverage is required to be 35%, and we're only 24% of it being used. So it's a pretty straightforward request.
So this is close, very, 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 very close to the property line. I'm wondering how this garage ever got built in the first place. You know, a garage is one thing. 2 stories is something else. This is like a second house overlooking with a deck.
Yeah, the deck is to meet the means of egress requirements for life safety.
I think they did, right here. Here's on the last, one of the last pages. The lot size is 7592.
Your mic is on.
Yep.
May I say something? When I hear the word, this is like a second house, and not sure if it's as a positive or as a negative, but this is a protected use ADU that we're requiring here, meeting the crisis of housing stock that we currently have. It's not necessarily a negative or derogatory term towards what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Gilbert, do you have anything, comments?
Question. So the proposed ADU is exactly on the footprint of the garage. It's not extending the back of the garage?
It is extending the garage a little bit. It's about, there is actually a shed back there that we're removing, so it's covering about the same area that the shed had. So we're extending and we're just aligning as per the Beralta requirements of the alignment of the existing nonconformity.
Looks like it's an additional 7.5 feet. Is that correct? Is that what I'm reading?
Mm-hmm.
And the tax record does report it's a 100-year-old house. You mentioned you have a letter of support. Was
Yes.
that received?
We
Have
have
you
4
received that
letters
at
of
all?
support from the neighbors, yes. And the building height is way below the required building height, so the addition doesn't encroach into building heights in any way.
I'm just going to ask the audience while you're looking at that. Anybody in the audience to speak in favor? In opposition? Oh, here we go. Come on.
Somebody raise it.
Yep. Well, this is nice. Are you in opposition or in favor?
Opposition.
Okay, so this is wonderful. I like this. If you're in opposition, you're in opposition. You're going to say your name and you're in favor?
Opposition. We're all in opposition.
Okay, good. So if you're the first speaker, you're going to say everything you have to say. If you agree, you agree, you agree, you agree, you agree, you can just say your name and address for the record. You don't have to repeat what he says. If you have something more to add, be my guest. You're on.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Eric Vreeland. I am the direct right side of butter at 17 Sutton Street. So my main thing is I'm glad I got that opportunity to voice my thoughts on this tonight because I have quite a few concerns. Mainly, as you already pointed out, it's 1.7 feet from my property line. In addition, it's to the closest point of my house. When I calculate that in and I measured to my fence, which is where the property line is, it's only about 22 feet total. That garage right now is about the midpoint of my second floor. So when this gets built, it's going to completely block that entire side of my house. And that's where my son comes from. That's where my yard comes. My wife's office is there. My child's bedroom is there. So not only is it impacting my living space, but I'm also concerned about the fire safety because a garage is one thing. Having another residential unit that's fully occupied 20 feet or so from my house gives me great cause for concern. So I speak in direct opposition to this. I would be willing to work with them, but I got noticed a week ago. I didn't even get to look at plans. I didn't know where the deck was going to be. I don't understand why there needs to be a deck. I don't understand why they didn't just come to me and talk to me. I could have been cordial. I've talked to some of the folks that lived there before, and nobody's even come to breach this with me.
So I have a thought. I'm wondering if neighbors don't go to their other neighbors to tell them what they're doing because they're afraid that your neighbor is going to say, oh, I don't like this, you need to change it. So they feel if you come here and your neighbors just get wind of it, that's better. It isn't. Believe me, it's better to go to your neighbor ahead of time and let them know.
So I'm standing here looking through this package, which I haven't seen until 2 seconds ago. And I see that there's going to be windows that are directly facing my house. So that's a privacy concern for me and my family. So yes, I'm in strong opposition to this. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi. My name is Elizabeth Godfrey. I'm the owner of the property located directly at 12 Straight Street, which directly abuts the applicant's property. I do have a letter of objection, if you guys want to look at it. I don't want to read, it's very lengthy.
Would you like me to just read the bullets, the titles, right now?
Yes,
For
that
the
would be
record?
great. Thank you.
Okay, for the record, this is a letter in opposition by Elizabeth Godfrey. It is quite lengthy. The gist of it is, the requested relief is extreme and inconsistent with the intent of the ordinance. The claimed hardship does not meet the legal standard under MGL C 40A // 10, Section 10. The proposed two-story structure only 1.7 feet from the line creates substantial detriment. The proposal expands, not maintains, the nonconformity. Granting this variance would set a harmful precedent. For the reasons above, I respectfully request the board deny the variance, so on and so forth, signed Elizabeth Godfrey. This will be into the record.
And if you look at the pictures that they presented you, that's my house right in that backyard.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Hi, how you doing? Charlie Newell, 6 and 8 State Street, and I also oppose any structure being built, basically the same reasons that they given there. And I would be real curious about those 4 letters of recommendation that they have, because I beat feet all around the neighborhood, 9 different families, all that surround that home, and they all oppose.
Thank you very much.
Quick comment through the chair to that gentleman, just so you're aware, in the record. Yes.
Mr. Green Sweatshirt, all right.
Yes. So it was, we received three
Yeah,
signatures.
that's what he had given you.
Just so you're clear and the record is clear, they are not abutters of this property.
Okay.
For the record. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
They're not abutters of the property. Thank you for that information, Mr. Gilbert. Next.
Hi, I'm Jillian Gonzalez, my husband Michael. We live at 11 State Street behind Sutton. Just to reiterate what others have said, allowing a 2-story structure 1.7 feet away from property lines instead of the required 10 sets a bad precedent for future construction within the city. Given the existing garage may have been there before zoning laws were in place, it doesn't mean current laws should be ignored. Also, the application doesn't make it clear how not having the ADU is a hardship rather than a nice to have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Last but not least.
Brendan O'Brien, 15 State Street, and I think everything was pretty much stated what I was going to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that's it for the oppositions, and no more comments by the board. Let's go, unless you have something else to say.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Roll call vote.
Mr. O'Brien? No. Mr. Gilbert? No. Ms. Peabody? Ms. Pakula?
No.
Ms. Pakula? Ms. Gallucci?
No, your application has been denied.
Thank you.
Number 11 is Derek Pereira, 2 Tumulty Road.
Okay. All right.
Notice is hereby given that the Board of Appeals of the City of Peabody will hold a public hearing on March 16, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Wigan Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass. 01960, on the application of Derek Pereira and Erica DeGiacomo, 2 Tumulty Road, Peabody, Mass. 01960, for a variance from the provisions of the zoning ordinance 2020 as amended, Section 7.2, as it applies to the premise known as 2 Tumulty Road, Peabody, Mass., Mat Lot 048-004. Petitioners seek a variance to construct a proposed addition and need relief to the side yard of 19.1 plus or minus feet rather than the 20 feet required, and front yard of 18.5 plus or minus feet rather than the 25 feet required. The property is located in the R1B zoning district.
Name and address?
My name is Erica DeGiacomo. This is my husband Derek. We live at 2 Tumulty Road.
So pretty much we are expecting our third child and we simply just need more space. We're looking to renovate our existing garage that's there into an at-home office and then another bedroom, and then do a small, about 250-foot addition to the side of that, square foot addition to the right of that, which would include another full bath to make 2, and then a kid's storage and play area and a closet for us. And based on us being on a corner lot, no matter which way we went, we would pretty much need a variance. But on the left side of the house, according to the city plans, that's where our sewage and gas line is.
So congratulations.
Well, thank you.
And it does look like you chose the most advantageous spot to put in an addition, and you are not asking for the sun, the moon, and the stars. I believe some of us have gone to Temmelty Road to take a look at it. Are there any questions, comments? Anybody in the audience to speak in favor or in opposition? Hearing none, the matter is before the board.
Motion to close public hearing.
Roll call vote.
Mr. O'Brien?
Yes.
Mr. Gilbert?
Yes.
Mr. Peabody? Mr. Bakula?
Yes.
Mr. Luigi?
Yes, see, it was worth
right.
waiting for.
That was-
You're approved. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
You just have to name this baby Grace, now, right? All right, you guys.
It was so nice to meet you.
And the last one is, okay.
All right.
The veterinary hospital.
Yes.
Notice is hereby given that the Board of Appeals of the City of Peabody will hold a public hearing on March 16, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Wigan Auditorium, City Hall, 24 Lowell Street, Peabody, Mass. 01960, on the application of Christopher Kidd and Associates, LLC, 18650 West Corporate Drive, Suite 302, Brookfield, Wisconsin, 53045, for a variance from the provisions of the zoning ordinance 2020, as amended, Section 7.2, as it applies to the premise known as 81 Prospect Street, Peabody, Mass., map lot 039,046A. Petitioner seeks a variance to allow a proposed veterinary hospital building and needs relief to side setback northeast proposed 8.7 plus or minus feet, then 40 feet required. Rear yard setback proposed of 24.9 feet rather than 50 feet required. Parking proposed, one space for each 249.6 square feet of gross floor area rather than one space for each 250 square foot of gross floor area required. The property is located in a BR zoning district.
Okay.
Good evening. My name is Christopher Kidd. I'm a licensed architect in the state of Massachusetts. I want to thank each and every one for the opportunity to present our project. I also want to thank Grace for all her help with the logistics coming from Wisconsin, and she was a great help to me. We have a unique site here. It's approximately 31,845 square feet. The buildings that sit on that site presently are non-conforming. There's 3 different buildings on that site that are obsolete and in some cases in ill repair. There is a house that faces the street at 81 Prospect that is used as a veterinarian clinic, and then there's a small shed building in the middle of the site that is adjacent to a trash enclosure, and it's a storage building, and then the back building is presently a kennel. And if you look at the survey, you'll see that presently some of the assembly of that kennel is on the other property, which was unbeknownst to us until our surveyor shot that site. I don't want to be remiss. I have with me tonight Dr. Southgate, who is the veterinarian that oversees this clinic, Max Hotblitzel, who is the VP of Operations, and I have Nick Betts, who is with Meridian Associates and is the project manager overseeing the civil engineering. This is VPP Borash. Yes, yes. As I understand, do you want to speak to that? To Dr. Borash's?
Yeah, his wife fell ill, so he's not practicing. She's selling out?
Yes, so Dr. Southgate is overseeing this clinic. What we're requiring is, or what we're asking for is relief from the side yard and rear yard setback. We tried to, as an exercise architecturally, we tried to lay out a veterinarian clinic using the existing setback requirements, which is the red trapezoidal building outline you see in the middle of this site plan in front of you. And as you can see, it doesn't make sense from a building standpoint, and it doesn't make sense at all from a vehicular circulation standpoint. We could not get it to work. And so what we're proposing is setting our building at the back of the site, which is the yellow structure that you see. But to do so, we require relief from the setbacks. The northeast side yard setback is 40 feet. We are proposing 8.7 feet. The rear setback required is 50 feet, and we are proposing 24.9 feet. Parking required is one space for each 250 square feet of gross floor area. We're proposing one space for each 249.6 square feet. So we would have 24 spaces, and one of those would be handicapped.
Okay, so if I'm looking at this correctly, oh, God. Prospect Street. Oh, my goodness. And so this is parking?
Yep.
Yes,
all
ma'am.
parking. And then this will be the veterinary hospital.
Yes, ma'am.
And what is over here?
Car dealership.
Car dealership?
This goes down, from northeast slopes down to the Jiffy Lube, and then it wraps around to commercial buildings. I'm up on a hillside.
Oh, I see.
About halfway up the hill.
Yeah, I mean, you have,
No, I get it.
I have an aerial photograph, if you want me to pull it up to show you, if that will help.
I don't need it. You can ask them, but I have something else. So, are there any outdoor kennels?
No.
But there'll be like places to hold sick dogs if they need to be inside?
Inside.
Kept overnight.
Only for procedures. There'll be no, this is not a kennel.
Okay, that was what I wanted to know. No kennel. Okay.
Through the chair. So they won't be walking dogs around, but I do see vegetation around the edge, so there is some buffer around the edge.
There is, sir, and then that also steps up the hillside.
Oh, so this is steep in here?
Yes, sir. You can see, if I may, pardon me, I'm sorry.
No.
But we're at 78 feet here, 76 feet, 72 feet, 70 feet, 68, and it continues down. So there's quite a slope.
Yeah, but your property line's here, right?
Right. But
Right, this is your neighbor.
right. So I'm up here at 72, and then
But
I go to
139, and you're going up to 142.
No.
Only 3 feet.
No, that's the length of the.
Oh, the length of the
Yes, sir.
line. Okay, I'm
We're
sorry.
72 here.
Yep.
And then we go down to 68
Okay.
here.
All right, thank you.
And then it continues up the hillside.
Thank
I
you.
got one question.
Yeah, go.
So I think what helped us is if we had a picture or a plan of what's currently there to kind of compare this to.
I have that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can I show it on the screen?
We don't have a screen.
Oh, okay.
Justin's going to
And how big is this building compared to the current veterinary building?
The building that we're proposing is around 5,800 square feet. Presently, right now on the site, if you include second floors, we're at we're just under 9,000 square feet presently. We're going to be at around 58. Yeah, I do need the IT kit. There we go. So I'm going to thank you for letting me present this. So here is the site, and I'll try to enlarge on the property. So I'm going to use my little, I don't know if you can see it real well, but I'll just do it. I'll do it old school. It's 2,700 square feet of footprint, but it's 2 stories, so it's 4,400 square feet. This little building here is about 1,200 square feet. It's the shed. And then sorry about that. So then, here's the office building back here. Schematics over here, about 10 feet up. We're going to have to put all new retaining wall around the whole site. We're going to have to upgrade all the utilities, address stormwater management, and make it modern. Nick, do you want to speak to any of that?
I don't know how much you guys want to hear for a zoning board, but I'm here to just move the screen around. Yeah. Thank you, thank you.
So that's the aerials that we used internally as we were designing this. Does that help?
This is very, very thorough. I think it's going to really make a positive impact on that area. And is there any other questions or concerns?
Question and a comment first. Best wishes to Dr. Borash's wife. I know he's been in our community for many, many years.
Thank you.
The building, I guess was a boarding of dogs in the back of the building. That business is not going to be part of this project?
No, it's not.
Just a hospital?
Just a hospital.
Okay.
I'm sorry? I've just been informed that business has recently closed. I was on site, I think it was in August, maybe September, and they still had some animals there at that time, but I guess that's closed now.
And I lost the next one. See, we talk about old school. Have you folks looked at other sites, or is this like, what?
This is the only site we focused on because it's an extension of the Borash practice.
and I hope it continues to be. I like the project. I like the flow of the in and out. Right now, it's a nightmare to get in and out of there.
Right.
As you all know, and I appreciate.
We want to do something nice. I'm the architect for this project. I'm actually assigned myself to it because it's a fun project. I walked up and all down that street with the new housing to the right next to the cemetery, the new building at the top of the hill with the Danielle's and the restaurant, all of that. So we want to do a nice project. That's our plan.
Okay, anybody to speak in favor? In opposition, the meeting, no. The application is before us.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Roll call vote.
Mr. O'Brien.
Yes.
Mr. Gilbert. Yes. Ms. Peabody. Yes. Mr. Bakula.
Yes.
Ms. Galuggi.
Yes, you have been
All right.
approved. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We need a motion to accept the December 15 meeting minutes. So moved.
So moved.
All in favor? Any opposed? Next regularly scheduled meeting is April 13th. We are adjourned. Thank you.